up, flappers? Woo! So my relationship with my stepmom and dad has drastically changed recently. And I'm talking drastically. About 3 months ago, I went home to Indiana to visit them because I'm from Indiana. All right, I didn't expect anyone to cheer. Usually it's silent. Okay. So I went back to visit, and when I got there, he was like, yeah, so me and your stepmom, we're going to have a little dinner party. You and your siblings can, like, chill upstairs, but it's, like, a lot of people from work and the neighborhood. And I was like, yeah, all right. And I'm not talking, like, the dinner party where they're like, yeah, we're throwing a rager, and then you clean the house all day. But it's just, like, Debbie and Rick, the neighbors, with their divorced friend Susan, and you're like, what did I clean? I'm talking, like, 20 to 30 people. And the way our house is set up is that there's a door attached to the kitchen. And when the door is open, you can see the bottom of the stairs. So I was upstairs, and I had just gotten out of the shower, and I put on my robe, and my siblings are like, yo, go downstairs and grab some food and come back up, and we'll, like, pop in a movie. It'll be great. I was like, yeah, I'll be right back. I step on the stair. A little piece of hair or something got in my eye, and I went flying down the stairs. My body was flailing everywhere. My right arm hits the banister. I get to the bottom. My robe is completely open. And this is true. This is really true. Everyone from the party is just staring. My airbags are deflated. My dad's boss is looking at me. I'm like, Dad, I don't know if you're going to get demoted or promoted. I'm a little bloated, so probably demoted. I don't know. And my dad just, like, slowly, like, looks away from me, and I'm, like, expecting him to say something to, like, make the situation better. But he was just like... And I was like, Dad, you made me! And I, like, sprinted up the stairs. And then I come back down the next day for breakfast. He wouldn't even look at me. It's the last time my father saw my eyes. Just kidding, but not really. It's been a little awkward, I'm not kidding. He called me last week, though, and he was like, how you doing? And I was like, you know, I'm pretty good. It was, like, awkward, and he was like, really? And I was like, no, I am kind of struggling financially. And he, like, was, like, silent, and I was like, sorry. I know that's awkward. I just had to get that off my chest. And he was like, oh. And I was like, oh. I was like, not airbags, chest. And he was like, bleh. Just kidding, but not really. Something that's been happening to me a lot out here is guys keep asking me what sport I play. All right, yep. This guy's like, yeah, what, really, what sport? Dick. Sure, nice person. And I know that I'm talking like a lower registry because my voice is tired because I had a wild weekend at Pride Week last week, which does not help my case either. But anyways, I don't know why they think. I mean, I know why they think that, but I went out to a club the other night with like a bunch of my girlfriends. This is just a prime example. And we were at Santa Monica, so, you know, one of those clubs. And all these boys, like, swarm around them. And somehow I get, like, bumped to the sideline. And I'm like, what the hell? And I look at the bartender, I'm like, game time decision. I can get a vodka tonic and make my way back in. Or I can get an IPA and enjoy myself on the sideline. He already offensively had the IPA cracked open. I was like, all right, cool. Grab it from him. Some guy emerges in khaki pants and a collared shirt. And I'm like, oh, hell yeah, this guy's about to hit on me. He comes over, he's like, so, my friend Rick is out sick, and we have one spot open for our flag football team. Tomorrow morning, could you play? And I was like, buttoning down my blouse a little bit, my airbag deployed in his face. Just kidding, I played, it was fun. Really did play, it was a good time. Yeah, I'm not all sad, single, and sporty, though. Back in college, which was just like a year ago, I spent a lot of time at this frat, and all these boys, hot boys, were around me all the time, and they looked at me with hungry eyes. Granted, I was the kitchen staff. It's all right, because I recently just got laid off of a job. Yeah, I did, though. It's pretty sad. And I don't know if it's just because of that happening that I've noticed this a lot, But a lot of people, like when you're in a big group setting, you don't know them very well. There's that one girl who's like, so what does everyone do for work? I was at a barbecue swim party, okay, last week. Somewhere in the hills. It was pretty nice. I was nervous. And I was there at this table, and there's a bunch of people, and this girl was like, so what do you guys all do for work? And I had already lied about forgetting my swimsuit. So I was like, all right, Audrey, you gotta say something that people believe. You gotta say something. It gets to me. And I'm like, yeah, I'm on a professional sports team. And everyone was like, oh yeah, nice. Some guy was like, all right, I see it. He was like, what sport? I was like, WNBA. He's like, nice. What's the team called? I was like, the Leaking Lady Leakers. And he was like, hell yeah, I think I've heard of them. Like, he's not gonna Google it either. You're not gonna Google WNBA teams. I'm like, you're not gonna Google I do. I mean, I'm gonna Google NBA. But yeah. I'm a regular at flag football now at a park if you guys want to come see me. So, Flappers, have a good one.